Hi, I'm happy to introduce the AquaFarm application. The application is there to assist in the final stages of development for an aquaponics system. To run through the features, this list displays a list of saved containers for the system that are saved directly onto the device. To add a container to the device, click on the Add icon. And let's just add one that's 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches. The application saves to the device and is displayed in the list. As you can see, the capacity of water in gallons is displayed along with the container in the list view. If we wanted to edit this, let's say instead of a 12 by 12 by 12 container, we wanted a 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot container. Just select the item in the list, click on Edit, and change the values. And click Save. And then that same container is then updated in the list. Deleting it is just as simple. Then the container is deleted. The flow rate input is where you would put the flow rate per hour of the water pump that you're using for the system. So let's say we had a 20 gallon per hour pump, which is actually very little, but just for the sake of showing you, which means this bed that's 112 gallons will cycle a quarter of the time per hour. If we had a 400 gallon per hour pump, it would cycle 3.6 times an hour. This application pulls in the device's location and retrieves seasonal and annual weather data for the past year. So by clicking on the Fish tab, an image of the fish will be displayed. And since I live in Florida, in the summer here it would be a little hot for bluegill, but bluegill would thrive during the spring and the fall, and it would do okay in the winter. So overall, this fish would be a pretty good fish to use in an aquaponics system. And as you can see, it's edible. If I were to use something like minnows, the colors are then updated using the weather data for this location. And as you can see, it would be a little bit tougher on the fish, but overall it would do pretty well. And once again, it's still too hot in summer for minnows in Florida, and they are unedible. The plants tab is very similar, in which case you could search through the list of plants in the database. Take for example cabbage. Cabbage would do very well here, except for in the summer. Something like green beans would do very well year-round and is edible in Florida. The information icon in the action bar shows a brief tutorial about the content that's displayed in each tab and what it's there for. Thank you for... by the way, this application is strictly intended for those that are in the final stages of constructing an aquaponics system, or if they're changing container sizes, water pumps, or plants or fish in their system. So overall, towards the end stages and after the system is already constructed, this application maintains its value to the user. Thank you for hearing my introduction on the AquaFarm application.